Now we will show you how to install and connect the OT terminal and the power cable. Prepare the following: power cable, OT terminal, heat shrink tube, hydraulic pliers, air heater, cable peeler, and steel ruler. The following is the installation and connection procedure. Step 1. Select and install the crimping metal die. Select the crimping metal die corresponding to the cross-section of the power cable conductor. Install the crimping metal die on the crimp pliers and fasten the hydraulic valve. You can obtain the information about the cross-section of the power cable from the marks on the outer jacket. The cross-section of this power cable is 25 square meters. Step 2. Peel the insulation surface away. According to the cross-section of the power cable conductor, peel a part of the insulation surface off the power cable and expose the power cable conductor of L mm. The following table shows the relation between the cross-section of the power cable conductor and the peeled L mm insulation surface. For OT terminal not from Huawei, adjust the value of L according to the length of the terminal crimp area in general. L equals actual length of the terminal crimp area plus 102 mm. When becoming experienced, you can peel the insulation surface away by directly comparing the crimp area of the OT terminal and the power cable. When peeling the power cable insulation surface away, do not scratch the metal conductor of the power cable. Step 3. Cover the power cable with the heat shrink tube. Cut the heat shrink tube 2 times the length of the exposed power cable conductor and cover the power cable with the heat shrink tube. Crimp. Put the power cable into the OT terminal. The exposed cable conductor should be less than 2 mm. Use the hydraulic pliers to crimp. Note: in the case of any obvious burrs, use the diagonal pliers to clear. Step 5. Use the heat gun to shrink the heat shrink tube. Move the heat shrink tube close to the edge of the round inner hole of OT terminal. Use the heat gun to blow the heat shrink tube to shrink. Do not use the heat gun to blow for too long a time, otherwise the cable insulation layer may be scalded. However, you should make sure that the heat shrink tube shrinks tightly. The OT terminal and power cable are installed tail. Note: the surface shape may vary with the crimping tool and metal die. In practice, the crimping may differ with the used crimping tool and metal die.